I'm Michelle Obama. And you're walking away like I'm stupid.
I'm Michelle Obama, a huge malignant narcissist.
It's boring as hell. I don't want to hear it.
Michelle Obama is literally going down for the third time into this pool of self-involvement, like she's dying of self-obsession.
Michelle Obama is getting slammed all over the internet for her shocking podcast comments. So what just happened to the most loved former First Lady that's causing this brutal backlash? Well, hang on tight, because today you'll see the exact cringe moments that have people calling her bitter and self-obsessed, but we'll also cover how you can avoid her mistakes so that people can actually connect with you and enjoy listening to you. Hey there, I'm Rachel. The first viral clip you'll see right now could confirm a rumor that I've never wanted to believe about her until she said this.
You know, just so proud of how you are being a role model for dealing with a child that's transgender.
Absolutely.
And that's, you know, that warms my heart, particularly as a black man, would you care to share?
These words and this clip is exploding on the internet, and she even took it down from her own podcast. As a black man are her exact words. So some people are saying that she meant the interviewer, who is a black man, but some people are convinced that she's talking about herself. And there is a conspiracy theory of her being Big Mike.
And there's a cohort of people that call her Big Mike.
Yes.
And who maintain that she is a dude.
When you purely focus on the body language, she is holding her hand to her chest, like she's pointing to herself, which means she is talking about herself, and maybe it's a subconscious something. I don't know, and I'll let you decide, and I would love to read your comments below as well, because honestly, I still don't want to believe that she is a he. What do you think? Let me know. And also, could you hit the like and the subscribe while you're there? I would love to see you back. The mistake we're talking about here to avoid is that when you speak in public or you have a conversation, you want to match your words with your body language. And the moment people start to get confused, you lose credibility and likability.
Really, as a black man.
The next clip triggered a huge reaction on the internet, and somebody even called her beyond evil. Take a look.
Women's reproductive health is about our life. This whole complicated reproductive system that does, the least of what it does is produce life.
The least important. That word alone, when you're talking about giving life to a human being, obviously it hit a nerve with a lot of people. And so here are some of the reactions.
Said, this monster is beyond evil, and author Danielle D'Souza Gill writes, motherhood is the most beautiful, powerful gift God gave women. Creating life isn't some side effect, it's a miracle.
The least of what the reproductive system does.
The least important of what the reproductive is create life. But to rank the production of life and the unbelievably miraculous process where a woman, carries a baby to term and then life is created, like this process that everyone finds beautiful, to say that that's the least important, who talks like that? Especially somebody who's gone through childbirth.
The mistake to avoid here is that when you want to connect with people, you don't want to sound dismissive. Instead, know how to respect what matters to others, while you're also sharing your own opinion. Michelle is trying so hard to have a successful podcast, but it falls flat and is very similar to Meghan Markle's disaster habits, which you can watch on the other videos on my channel. But Michelle, she really thinks that people want to listen to her opinion and her conversations. And then again, a lot of people think differently.
Boring, rambling, pointless conversations. Why would anyone listen?
Well, I mean, it feels so antique. It feels so 2017. It's like literally nobody cares.
Next, let's add Barak Obama to the equation. And it's not pretty. Did you know that she never wanted him to run for president?
Being married to the president of the United States thing.
Yeah.
that none of us kind of banked on. You talked me into supporting his run.
I did.
And he was smart enough to know that he needed to come to you and sell you.
So,
because I was definitely like, nope, no way, this is crazy. We've done enough crazy stuff.
That's right.
She had to be convinced to support her husband. That's pretty unkind, isn't it? I mean, in a marriage, but then again, it could be related to her self-obsession, and some people even call it narcissism, but you'll see, because it gets worse. But in a marriage, aren't you supposed to support each other? I am divorced, yes, but while I was married, I supported my husband in his goals and dreams, and he supported me in my goals and dreams. Isn't that the way it's supposed to be? But Michelle, when she talks about Obama, she's very critical. She's very negative.
I've got this husband who's like, when it's time to leave, it's 3:00, he's getting up and going to the bathroom. And I was like, dude, like 3:00 departure means you've done all that. He had to adjust to what on time was.
And it's not so hard to find even more critique on him.
Battle with a partner, right? And sometimes I wake up hot and I'll wake him up. Did you touch the thermostat? You touched the thermostat, didn't you? He's like, it didn't, I swear to God. And I said, I don't care what you do. Do not touch anything in this room after I go to sleep.
Do you wear an eye shade?
Michelle has a lot more of these kind of comments that I'm going to spare you from. And yeah, maybe she's trying to be funny and she's trying to talk in a joking kind of way, but after a while, it's just not funny anymore. And when it comes to marriage, even though she's denying the rumors that she's getting a divorce because they've been married for over 30 years and she's in a so-called happy marriage, whenever she talks about marriage, it just doesn't sound positive at all.
In long-term relationships, you're gonna have deep dips. I tell people, and folks think that this is harsh, it's like you're gonna have a bad decade. I try to tell couples, of course it's hard. Just listen to what I said. It's the process of marriage. It's just all hard. Oh, there's gonna be problems. There's gonna be resentment. There's gonna be fatigue, there's going to be measuring and counting and all the things.
She's using words like it's hard and a bad decade is normal. Do you really think about marriage like that? I'm starting to get really curious, so do let me know. The point here is that when you're using sarcasm in your conversations, in a talk, in public, it can easily backfire. And when you're joking at someone else's expense, especially your partner, people can start to feel uncomfortable and really dislike it.
Everything she says is negative. We've been watching clips from her podcast over the past couple of weeks. Everything she says is negative.
I mentioned earlier, this all could be linked to her being self-obsessed, as she loves to repeat, I am Michelle Obama.
It's like, do you know who I am? I'm Michelle Obama. I've written books. The whole world has listened to me.
I'm Michelle Obama.
Okay, yes, she is famous. But wouldn't that be thanks to her husband, who she loves to critique? And yet she's using Obama as her last name.
I'm Michelle Obama. Unbelievable, right? Who talks about themselves that way? Even if you are Michelle Obama. Barack Obama doesn't talk about himself that way. It's just like the hubris.
Calling herself Michelle and referring to herself in the third person, it just sounds extremely self-centered. And she really reminds me of Meghan Markle, who makes every story about me, myself, and Meghan. But Michelle is making the same mistake. And she's not hiding the fact that she hates it when all the attention goes to her husband.
We were both reluctant spouses attending one of these huge dinners. There was a line of people waiting to shake hands with our respective husbands, people like reaching over our heads and spilling water on us, trying to get to these two, illustrious men, Here we go. I see you. This is crazy, isn't it, girl? That was the look, which expressed the sentiments that I felt, which was
pissed off.
And here's the backlash from Megyn Kelly that followed this.
What Michelle Obama would kill for. She doesn't want Barack Obama in the headlines anymore. She wants it to be her. I think she and he married the wrong people.
The mistake here, or the point really, is that there is a fine line between confidence and being obsessed with yourself. And if you want people to respect you, then speak with impact, not with your ego. The next clip is shocking and unbelievable. Here she is complaining about costs in the White House.
Because it's expensive to live in the White House. As many people don't know, much is not covered. You're paying for every bit of food that you eat, but everything, even travel. If you're not traveling with the president, if your kids are coming on a Bright Star, which is the First Lady's plane, we had to pay for their travel. It is an expensive proposition, and you're running for 2 years and not earning an income.
It's expensive. It's hard. She has to pay for food and travel of her kids. Seriously? I mean, here we are. Who knows what a president earns when they're in the White House? Who knows how many expenses they never have to think about when they're there? And yet she complains. This is really a rich person whining while they have all the privileges in the world. No wonder that people cringed at these comments. It's embarrassing.
Having to buy her own groceries while she was living for free in the White House, a staff that was paid for. I didn't even know prior to her latest bitch sesh that the first lady has her own plane.
Right. But she still found a way to complain about it. You're in a 55,000 square foot mansion with an 18-acre estate around you, your own rose garden, your own staff, your own wing. You're still celebrated as one of the world's most lovely and loved people, okay? And you're still unhappy about what again? You have to pay the equivalent of an airline ticket for them, and you have to pay for your own food, like every other human alive.
The point here is, and the mistake she made, is that if you want to relate to people, then stop complaining about things that other people are dreaming about. Gratitude is what connects with people. Complaining kills the connection. Michelle Obama is a great example to show you how fast you can go from most lovable to most bitter person using your words alone. And if you want to be respected, liked, and trusted by other people, then speak with your heart, not your ego. And it's not that difficult at all. If you want a really good role model, an inspiration, and easy habits to be more liked and loved in an easy, simple way, just watch this next person. And I'll see you in this next video.